Hey everyone! I just wanted to take this time to address some of the frequently asked questions we get about Discord Murder Party. After all, it's 12 episodes, 3 hours each, and no one has time to watch them all. So without further ado...
Wait. What do you think you're doing?
Making an FHQ video?
Yeah, about Discord Murder Party, which is my thing. So why not leave it to an expert?
Well, we don't have one of those, but I guess you'll do.
You fucking skyscraper meat sacks! Do you have any idea who you're dealing with?
First question!
Please. I say this every episode. A fun game night with friends where nothing bad happens.
It's also got actual game mechanics.
Have you ever played Mafia/Werewolf/Town of Salem, that game where someone who's a hidden murderer and you gotta figure out who's who? It's basically that. There are 2 hidden murderers, 1 seer who can detect 1 person's role per round, a witch who can save someone once and kill someone once, a gardener who's there for flavor text, and a guy who just really likes guns who can take someone out when they die. There are also 4 townsfolk with no special powers, and this game is very stressful and confusing for them. Every night, the people with special powers act. Usually someone dies, unless people are being boring. And then in the day phase, people usually nominate a leader and vote for who they think the murderer is. Leaders, by the way, get 2 votes. This continues until both the murderers are eliminated, or the murderers equal or exceed the number of non-murderers.
It's also got an overarching plot.
It involves yours truly, the murder god, and the 13 trapped souls I have playing in my game. There's a glorious 36-hour first season for you mortals to catch up on.
And for those of you without that kind of time, I'd recommend watching the end of episodes 3 and 5, the second scenario of episode 6, and the recaps, where available, on Internet Remix's YouTube. That'll get you the info you need to be caught up in the shortest but most detailed amount of time.
Yeah, but then they'll be missing out on more of me, which is a total shame. We stream alternating Sundays on Internet Remix's Twitch channel, unless we're on break to let my muse come back. Well, I of course am a genius whose plans have been in place for eons. In this case, no. Originally, it was just a game that we wanted to play on stream for fun, with no overarching plot in mind. Then Kristen, who the fuck is Kristen, talked to Alex about an idea she had, and this asshole launched into it at the end of episode 3, thus forcing my hand, making plot and character development happen, and ruining everything.
It's what I do.
I plan everything out in advance, and I've never made a mistake in my endless life. Everything happens the way I want.
Well, for the actual answer...
Fuck you.
Yes to both. For major plot events, those involved in a scene map out basic story beats, general placement in the episode, cool dialogue if it comes up. This helps us stay on track to not muddy up the plot. The rest of the time, gameplay included, it's all improv. We're acting in the dark, basically.
Did you just reference TV tropes in my FAQ video?
It's fine, don't worry about it.
You fucking fuck! That's my catchphrase! I will rip out your still beating heart and shove it up your...
Nope.
What?
Psst, we're still answering questions.
Oh. No, sweetie. Unless it appears in one of my games, it's not canon. Some fuckers have written fanfic despite being in the cast, and while I'm not sure if it's still fanfic at that point, it doesn't matter. Not in a DMP stream, not canon. That's the rules.
I'm not even canon.
Thank fuck.
So I can stop writing fanfiction involving you then?
No! Keep doing that! Keep writing of my glory! I command you! Ugh. I've got my hands full with these 13 souls already.
Well, we're flattered that you want to join us. We've got a large cast and crew already, and they all will get their time to shine. Adding someone now would be doing a disservice to the cast and storyline.
We can't make room for some weirdo from the chat, no matter how badly you want to sell your soul.
Well, from Internet Remix...
There's yours truly, of course, voiced by some nerd named Kristen or something? Who cares? And I'm the narrator for each game. Joining me are my good buddies, Split, Juno, Jojo, Phil, this fucker, Scott, Bro, Uprising, Cammy, and Darby.
Plus, as guests from Man on the Internet, Adric, Queen, and Kikyo.
Yeah, they showed up, but that was before the real plot got going. They aren't important to me.
It's not out of the question for them to join, but they would be locked out of the meta plot and wouldn't be having as much fun as the rest of us. Plus, schedule issues.
I suppose for $20, in one donation, mind you, not a bunch of small ones over time, I could listen to your terrible ideas.
And PM Kristen about them because it'll get lost in public Twitch chat. Anyway, here's my 5-episode long script.
But there are some restrictions. I'll only accept one suggestion from you, no matter how many you have at the time. And it'll be just that, a suggestion. No script, no dialogue, no attempts to write the plot or change the gameplay mechanics. I'm quite capable of that on my own, thank you.
So, for example, let's say I had an idea for a game set in the Alex land of Alex, where everyone praises Alex, and the werewolves were Ryan Gosling fans who were out to spread the word that Ryan Gosling wasn't a terrible actor. Would that work?
Yes, but that's also a terrible idea, and I reserve the right to say no.
Flat out no's rarely happen though, and a rework is more likely to make it better fit the game as a whole.
The Alex land of Alex is still terrible though.
Fine, jeez. Typical Ryan Gosling fan. You want me to take this?
I never wanted you to take any of these questions. Thank you very much. Right. So, I have 13 souls trapped in my murder game, doomed to kill each other, revive, and repeat the process endlessly, not having any clue why. Well, except for the Awakened. Those assholes have somehow remembered their names and how they got trapped here. Since they've started remembering, I've put a little twist on my game. If all 13 souls remember their names and unite together behind the first Awakened, my dear sweet Vincent, then they get to have a revolution of some kind. But there's no way that could ever happen. It's all for my amusement in the end. As for the name, again, blame this asshole.
Hi.
He typed out Vincent Marshall Reed has awakened on stream once and it stuck. At least it's not a terrible name. Yes! Yes! Theorize, my minions! Continue to be wrong!
What the megalomaniac is trying to say is that characters being related is not necessarily a hint as to who they are when awakened. While we love fan theories, unless text pops up on screen saying, "Insert name here is awakened," they're not awakened.
What about them? They're sacks of meat like everyone else.
But they're not exactly like everyone else.
Ugh, fine. I guess I can explain reflections. See, everyone's got relationships with someone. And in reaction to one of the souls learning something about their past, or more often, me wanting to have some fun with them, I'll have another of the lost souls take on aspects of someone my victims knew in life. I don't actually have Vincent spawn in my little web, but there can sure be a reflection of that real person playing the game to make it interesting. And since I'm feeling generous today, I think it's safe enough to say that when you see a reflection, an Awakened is going to learn something pretty vital.
So what does that make the reflection of Jeff Goldblum?
You leave Jeff Goldblum out of this!
And speaking of learning things...
Spoilers?
Care to expand on that?
Spoilers!
Come on. Being the uncooperative asshole is my job.
Well, I'm so excited that you're getting invested in my little victims. The simple truth is this. This is a game about finding out who people were. If I just told the audience, well, that takes out all the fun.
Unless we need to clarify a detail we've already addressed, or it's an incidental detail.
Like the fact that Vincent can play the guitar.
Or Murder God's love of Jeff Goldblum.
I will redefine pain and suffering if you don't shut up about Jeff Goldblum! What? No.
Yeah, no.
Definitely no.
She's already taken by Jeff Goldblum. Sword Murder Party, a fun game night with friends where nothing bad happens.